Having created a shortcut, you may well want to edit it, or edit other shortcuts for that matter. Actually a very simple process. I'm still in my Accudraw shortcuts box here, and my new LC shortcut is at the bottom. The first way I can edit is simply to click on the Edit button, which brings up the shortcut settings box again, and I can simply change anything on here. I can change the shortcut name, the description of it, and the command line. When you've done that, simply click OK, and the shortcut will be changed. Now that's a simple way, of course, and this being MicroStation, there's obviously a much more complex way of doing this, but one which allows you to see all the shortcuts at once with all the information about the shortcut itself. So I'm going to dismiss these for the moment, and what I'm looking for is a file called shortcuts.txt. It's a text file, obviously. Now I had to find it in the system. Now you can do a search for this using Windows or any other file management program that you prefer, but you need to know the path to that file. And doing a search will actually give you several possible options, and only one of them is actually the correct one. So to short circuit that problem, we need to find the exact path to the shortcuts.txt file. Simplest way is to go to Workspace and Configuration and click on the Operation section. And we're interested in this, the Accudraw shortcuts. If we click on this in the box below, we will see the actual path that MicroStation goes to find the shortcuts file to load the shortcuts themselves. And here we see the path, and there's the shortcut.txt file. So that's where we need to go. So you would note that somewhere. We get out of this, and we use whatever file management software again you prefer to open that file. And what you will likely see is something like that. Now here's my file application, and we can see all of the shortcuts in that shortcut text file. Our new LC shortcut is at the bottom of this list. Now note the format of the actual shortcuts themselves. We have the LC shortcut name itself first, then we have the name of the shortcut, and then we have the actual key-in command line. And each one is the same, so it's quite simple to edit any of those three items in this list. I'm going to change it here. I'm going to edit this here. I'm going to change this to place circle. And we'll change the command line to circle, center, constrained. This should now place circle by center. We'll then save the file and dismiss the file software. Now at this point, if we try to use the LC shortcut, it won't actually work because Accudraw does not automatically pick up that edited shortcut.txt file. So we need to tell it to do so. A couple of ways of doing this. And the first is to restart MicroStation, which is just a little bit annoying. And the second one is to use a key-in, which will force MicroStation to recognize the new file. So off we go to Utilities and Key-in. And the key-in sequence is Accudraw, Shortcuts, Read File. And of course those shortcuts automatically pop into place for us. Spacebar to finish and Enter to run it. And now if we use the LC shortcut, I'm in element selection right now. Accudraw is now activated. Type LC. And now the place circle tool is activated. So that works quite well, and it's very flexible. If for some reason you wanted to return to the original default MicroStation shortcut.txt file, there is a shortcut for that too. And the key in for that is Accudraw short default. That will automatically return the shortcut.txt file back to its original state. And any edited or newly entered shortcut names will be eliminated completely. And one last point, I would strongly suggest making a copy of the original shortcuts file and placing it somewhere safe before you start editing that file or adding your own shortcuts. You never know when you might need it again, or whether you need different versions of the shortcut text file, which you can point to for various working operations. As always, practice a little bit, please. Make up some shortcuts of your own. Make sure that you have the right command lines and correctly entered, and try different options.